In 2016, it was discovered that Beyonce's Empower Women clothing line was made by women sweatshop laborers working on less than £5 a day. There were 5 failed assassination plots on Lincoln, including one where a bullet went through his top hat. Colored toilet paper used to be really popular back in the 70s, especially matching it to your bathroom decor. Doctors' warnings and possible damage to the environment affected sales so badly companies stopped making it. The lyrics to Elton John's Rocket Man were meant to be taken literally, and it is about a Mars-bound astronaut leaving his family to do his job. Arnold Schwarzenegger wasn't allowed to voice himself in the German dub of the Terminator because the producers thought that his Austrian accent wasn't tough enough for the Terminator. In fact, he's never dubbed himself in all of his movies since. Rolling luggage wasn't invented until 1970, and initially stores didn't want to stock it because they believed it wouldn't appeal to the general public and would be difficult to sell. Before gaining fame, director James Cameron sold the rights to The Terminator for just $1 to secure the opportunity to direct the film himself. In ancient times, before the invention of toilet paper, Romans used a sponge attached to a long stick for personal hygiene. This stick was shared by the entire community. When not being used, it was kept in a bucket of salt water in the public bathroom. Lobster was once seen as a low-grade food, commonly consumed by extremely poor individuals and served to prisoners in jails. Astronomer Johannes Kepler put aside all his work for 6 years to defend his mother against accusations of witchcraft, ultimately preventing her from being executed at the stake. Chaser, a dog, holds the record for the largest tested memory among non-human animals. She can recognize and retrieve 1,022 toys by their individual names and categories. Murphy's Law, named after aerospace engineer Edward A. Murphy, Jr., is based on a misinterpretation of his remark. If there's more than one way to do a job and one of those ways will result in disaster, then he, his assistant, will do it that way. After losing millions in the 1987 stock market crash, David Glashine chose a life of solitude on an island 1,500 miles from Brisbane's coast. There he cultivates vegetables, brews his own beer, and even tried online dating to find a wife, using his solar-powered internet connection. The movie 100 Years, featuring John Malkovich, is set for release on November 18, 2115. It is kept in a bulletproof vault that will automatically open for its debut at the Cannes Film Festival. To celebrate the 30th anniversary of the Back to the Future trilogy, Pepsi launched a special edition soft drink called Pepsi Perfect, as featured in Back to the Future Part 2. They produced only 6,500 bottles, each priced at $20.15. During Comic-Con, these bottles were given to individuals dressed as Marty McFly. IKEA Food ranks among the world's largest food chains. In 2016, it catered to approximately 650 million customers across 48 countries. That year, IKEA Food reported annual sales of around $1.8 billion. In 1961, the founder of Nike, Phil Knight, paid a graphic design student just $35 to create the now famous Nike Swoosh logo. On February 9, 1964, nearly half of all American television viewers, accounting for 45%, watched the Beatles on the Ed Sullivan Show. This shows how incredibly popular the Beatles were, attracting a huge number of people in the U.S. to watch them all at the same time. Dudeism is a religion inspired by the Coen brothers' film The Big Lebowski. It has an official church and possesses the authority to conduct wedding ceremonies. James Watson, known for co-discovering DNA, auctioned his Nobel Prize medal due to low income, selling it for $4.1 million. The buyer, Russian businessman Alisher Usmanov, later returned the medal to Watson. Jerry Garcia of the Grateful Dead holds the record as the most recorded guitarist, with over 15,000 hours of his playing captured on tape. The Svartedalens nursing home in Sweden reduced its employees' workdays from 8 to 6 hours, and discovered that this change boosted productivity and decreased staff turnover.